Hi students, how are you? I hope each one among you are doing great and well. Welcome to Supnit's classes. This is Rahmat Latif, your biology educator. In this video, we are going to learn about kingdom fungi. As many of you might know that in our previous session we saw kingdom protista, in which we saw different groups like chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, protozoans, and in protozoans are also subdivided in amoeboid protozoan, ciliated protozoan, flagellated protozoan, right? And sporozoans. If you haven't watched that video yet, go and check that video and come back to this video only. Okay. In this video, we are going to learn about kingdom fungi. You know, many of you might know that fungi are heterotrophic organisms. I'll write it down here. Fungi are heterotrophic organisms. Okay, fungi are heterotrophic organisms. You know, they have great morphology, they show great morphology and habitat. I mean, their structure is different. They live in different areas. Okay, they have different morphology. They have different habitat, right? Moreover, we saw fungi on what? We saw fungi on moist bread. Say, for example, bread has been stored in the house for so many days. Nobody is consuming that. Then these fungi come and grow on that. Okay, fungi usually grow on moist bread, grow on moist bread and rotten fruits. Okay, and rotten fruits, right? They grow on moist bread and rotten fruits. And the common mushroom we saw, which we use in vegetables, which we use as food, those common mushrooms which we eat are nothing but fungi. Okay, I'll write it down here. Mushrooms we eat are mushrooms that we eat are common fungi. Okay, mushrooms are also fungi, or toadstools, they are also fungi. Okay, I hope this concept of fungi is clear. And some of them are parasitic fungi, like they grow on another organisms, they obtain nutrients from that. Many of them are unicellular, some of them are unicellular, and some of them are multicellular, right? Example of unicellular is yeast, and that of multicellular is penicillium. Example of unicellular is yeast, and that of multicellular is what? Penicillium. Okay, I hope this concept of fungi is clear. you know uh, Usually fungi prefer to grow in warm and humid places because they usually grow in that environment. Let me write it down here. I'll write it down here. Fungi, they grow in warm and humid places. Okay, I hope this concept is of fungi is clear, right? You know, except yeast, which is unicellular, another other fungi we have, they are filamentous. Okay, they have their structures like this, thread like. Okay, slender like, thread like structure. Okay, their structure is thread like. Okay, you know they we have presence of so many networks there in the filament. These networks are known as hyphae. Please remember, it came as MCQ and NEET. The network is known as hyphae. Okay, somehow hyphae are continuous like this. Some hyphae are continuous like this. Okay, some hyphae are continuous, and they have so many nucleuses present inside them. That's why we call them multinucleated. See, like this. That's why we call them multinucleated. They have so many nucleus present inside them. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. And cell, as I'll mention in Kingdom Plantae, their cell walls are made up of cellulose, but cell wall of fungi, cell wall of fungi is made up of what? It's made up of chitin. Okay, cell wall of fungi is made up of chitin and polysaccharides. And I already mentioned that most of the fungi are heterotrophic. Some of them are saprophytes, some of them are parasites. Let me explain it here. What I'm saying fungi are heterotrophic. Okay, fungi are heterotrophic. Some of them are saprophytes and some of them are parasites, parasitic. Okay, some of them are saprophytes and some of them are parasites. I hope this concept about fungi is clear. Right, and I already mentioned, I'll mention in lichens that many of the fungi, many of the lichens which include two organisms, basically algae and fungi. Okay, so they fungi associates with algae in order to form lichens. Okay, how does reproduction took place? Reproduction either took place by vegetative means, okay, vegetatively like fragmentation, fission, budding. Asexual reproduction will took place by asexual spores, like we have zoospores. Sexual reproduction will took place by oospores, ascospores and basidiospores. What will happen in sexual cycle? In sexual cycle, what happens? You have to remember by PKM. PKM. See, what does this PKM? PKM takes place in sexual cycle of fungi. Sexual cycle of fungi. See, what is this PKM? PKM means fusion of protoplasm. P means fusion of protoplasm between two motile or non-motile gametes, which is plasmogamy. Then, since cytoplasm got, they got fused with together, so after fusion of cytoplasm, what would happen? After fusion of protoplasm, what would happen? Two nucleus will come together. They will combine, and that's known as karyogamy. After this, meiosis will took place in zygote in order to form haploid spores. That's why you have to remember this by PKM. P, plasmogamy, karyogamy, and then meiosis in zygote, which will lead to haploid spores. Okay, I hope this concept is clear, right? Wait. Okay, you know uh, fungus reproduce sexually, as I already mentioned. They might reproduce sexually, so two haploid hyphae will come, they will fuse and they will form haploid cells. Okay, after diploid, they will form, what see, for example, male gamete come, female gamete come. Once they will fuse, they will form diploid 2n, but this 2n will immediately get converted into then what, you know these are known as diploid cells. But in some organisms, in some fungi, like ascomycetes, basidiomycetes, what would happen? Like karyokinesis will sorry two nucleuses will not join after the joining of protoplasm. They will make a stage known as n plus n stage. Okay, which that stage is known as dikaryon phase of fungus. Okay, what will happen? The cell will not get combined in order to form 2n. The cell will form n plus n stage, okay, and after that they will combine. After that phase they will combine, okay. I hope this concept is clear. I'll repeat. Usually what happens in fungi, this hyphae is coming, it contains n. Once they fuse they will form 2n. But in some fungi like ascomycetes, what would happen, n and n will fuse but they won't form 2n, they will form n plus n stage. After this n stage they will form 2n, okay. I hope this concept is clear. First, you know first we have to discuss about phycomycetes. They are found in aquatic habitats. These come under fungi: phycomycetes, ascomycetes, basidiomycetes, deuteromycetes. We have phycomycetes. What are phycomycetes? Phycomycetes are found in aquatic habitats. They are found in which habitat? They are found in aquatic habitat, okay. They are found in aquatic habitat, or you can see them in moist places, where moisture are present, okay. They are parasites usually, and their mycelium is aseptate and coinocytic. Aseptate and coinocytic, okay. Please remember these points. And asexual reproduction in them took place by zoospores. Zoospores. Through zoospores asexual reproduction will take place, and sexual reproduction, zoospores and asexual reproduction doesn't took place. So zoospores, asexual reproduction will either took place through zoospores or through aplanospores. Please remember, okay. Phycomycetes are present in aquatic habitat. Their mycelium is aseptate and coinocytic. Their asexual reproduction took place by zoospores or by aplanospores. Please remember, okay. And sometimes zygospore is also formed when fusion of two gametes took place, right? But usually in maximum cases what happens, asexual reproduction took place by zoospores or by aplanospores, right? And example of phycomycetes you have to remember by MAR, or you can remember by RAM, RAM. Okay, it's not RAM of your phone or RAM of your laptop, but it's just the trick in order to remember the example. How will you remember the example? I'm repeating, you will remember the example with the help of RAM. Okay, RAM. What is RAM? Rhizopus, mucor, and albugo. Rhizopus, albugo, and mucor. Okay, Rhizopus, albugo, and mucor. After phycomycetes, we have one more, category under fungi, that is ascomycetes. They are also known as sac fungi. They are also known as sac fungi. Okay. They are mostly multicellular, like we have penicillium, or sometimes it's unicellular, as I already mentioned, yeast, which are also known as Saccharomyces cerevisiae or Baker's yeast or Brewer's yeast, okay, which we are going to learn in human health and diseases. Ascomycetes are also, either they are saprophytic or they are, parasitic, right? Either they are saprophytic or they are parasitic, yeah, decomposers, or they'll grow in dung, coprophilous. Their mycelium is branched and septate, and asexual spores of conidia are asexual spores, they are produced outside the body exogenously, right, in the conidiophores, right? And what are the sexual spores in ascomycetes known as? Sexual spores are known as ascocarps. I'll write it down here. Sexual spores in ascomycetes are known as what? They are known as ascocarps. Ascospores, sorry. And ascospores are produced in a body known as ascocarps, right? We have some examples of ascomycetes like Aspergillus, claviceps, neurospora. I'll write it down. We have some examples of ascomycetes, namely Aspergillus, Claviceps, Neurospora. Like, see, you have to remember these, examples: Aspergillus, Claviceps, Neurospora. Okay, I hope this you will remember this. And many members of ascomycetes like morels and truffles, they are edible. We can eat them. Morels and truffles, they are edible, we can easily eat them. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. After ascomycetes, we have one more category known as basidiomycetes, and commonly basidiomycetes are mushrooms. Okay, basidiomycetes, they are mushrooms. Okay, they are commonly known as mushrooms or bracket fungi or puff balls. Where they are grown in soil, on logs, okay, and in living plant bodies as parasites. And their mycelium is branched and septate. Their mycelium is branched and septate. Please remember. Their mycelium is branched and septate, okay? And sex organs are absent. In basidiomycetes, sex organs are absent, but plasmogamy can be done. How? We will just fuse two vegetative cells. Just bring one cell from one side, just bring one cell from one side and another cell from another side and try to fuse them. Once they will fuse, we can say plasmogamy is done. Okay, and this structure is also dikaryotic. See, I just draw here two nucleuses, right? One and two. That means this is also dikaryotic phase. N plus N, dikaryotic stage. Okay, I hope this concept is clear, right? The asexual spores are produced in basidiocarps, and the spores are known as basidiospores. We have some examples of basidiomycetes. I'll write it down here. We have some examples of basidiomycetes. I'll write down them here. We have some examples here like agaricus. Agaricus, common name of agaricus is mushroom. Okay, agaricus, we have mushroom. Another name is astillago and smut. Okay, astillago, and we have smut. Okay, I hope astillago, smut, and finally we have Puccinia. This is rust causing, fungus. I hope this concept is clear of basidiomyces. Now finally we have one more, you know uh, category under fungi, that is deuteromycetes. See, you know they are known as imperfect fungi. For them, these are known as imperfect fungi. Okay, they are known as imperfect fungi. Why they are known as imperfect fungi? Because only asexual or vegetative phase of this fungi is known, right? Whenever we found that any of the sexual fungi is discovered, we just move them into two categories, namely ascomycetes and basidiomycetes. Okay, under ascomycetes and basidiomycetes, right? We don't keep them under deuteromycetes. So we can say they are imperfect fungi because only asexual or vegetative phase of the fungi are known, right? I hope this concept is clear. Okay, whenever we found that any of the fungi is under deuteromycetes which are performing sexual reproduction, we just move them out from deuteromycetes and shift them where? Shift them either in ascomycetes or in basidiomycetes. Okay, but they are too good. Deuteromycetes are too good. Why they are good? Because they just help us to keep the litter clean. Okay, deuteromycetes, it's et, I'll erase it. It's like this: deuteromycetes. Okay, see, deuteromycetes, they only reproduce by asexual spores, right? They only reproduce by asexual spores, and some of them are what? Saprophytes or parasites. They reproduce by asexual spores since no sexual reproduction took place in them. Many of them are saprophytes, many of them are parasites, while large number of them are decomposers of litter. That means they help in mineral cycling. Mineral cycling, they helps us to keep our environment neat and clean. How good they are, right? I'll write it down here. We should respect deuteromycetes, right? Deuteromycetes. Some of them are saprophytes. Now saprophytes means one who lives on dead and decaying matter, or some of them are parasites which live on the living organism, which obtains nutrients from living organisms. Some of them are saprophytes and some of them are parasites, but decomposers most of them are decomposers, right? They help in mineral cycling. They help in mineral cycling. Decomposers, they help in mineral cycling. They helps us to keep our environment clean. They help us to keep the litter away from the environment. Okay, I hope this concept is clear, right? Now let's move towards the examples. Examples are Alternaria, Coletotrichum and Trichoderma. Examples are Alternaria, Coletotrichum, and finally we have Trichoderma. These are the examples of deuteromycetes. I hope this concept is clear. We'll meet in another session. Till then, goodbye. Take care. Thank you. Thank you so much.